Yeah. You know what time it is when you see your boy coming through, man. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all for watching the vids and reacting to everything, man. 1,000% appreciate y'all for your opinions, everything, man. You know what I'm saying? We might not agree on everything, but it's cool. It's cool. I appreciate the reactions and the engagement, man. But we're gonna get right to this video, right? First video we got right here. Adult toddler destroys her and her husband's career. That's literally what it's called. I gotta see what's going on with this, man. So if you in here, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all. Talking with Power, Thrash Reacts on YouTube, all of that good stuff, man. All right, let's get to it.
You are not free to leave.
Yeah.
You are not free to leave. If you go in the house, that's obstruction.
Today we bring you a one-of-a-kind case where a corrupt deputy misused his position so much that he got decertified. And a big role in that was none other than his wives.
Decertified is crazy.
Have a good night.
I have a beautiful home and a beautiful everything. And you never lost.
Is there any way you can give me a one-time professional courtesy if I show you my ID? I'll be sure to let my agency know that if we stop one of you guys, make sure you can be issued the ticket.
The story began on June 11th, 2018, when Deputy Dwayne Eddie Coker's wife, Catherine, was stopped by Pasco Deputy Aiken for running a stop sign in her neighborhood.
So I'm actually doing a traffic stop now.
Why?
I'm just running a stop sign back there.
Did?
Yes, you did.
We didn't.
Yes, you did. Can I have your license, driver's license, proof of registration?
You have a video.
I don't need a video. I saw you do it.
No, you need a video.
No, I don't. I saw
How you
do
gonna
it.
tell the cop what they need? Yo, chat.
You're harassment to my neighbors. Well, we'll be going to court because you did not see me do it.
Okay, if you say so.
Okay, I do say so. And I don't know about my insurance. It's somewhere on my... Because I know you didn't see shit. I have a perfect driving record, so good luck with that.
We quickly discover that this woman was the epitome of a Karen.
You guys have been targeting me and targeting me and targeting me because all the neighbors complain, and I'm not doing anything, so I don't know how to pay my insurance. I don't know, whatever, write me a ticket for my insurance, I don't know. I
Can
can't
you
pull
log
it.
into it? Or no?
I don't know. I don't know how. I know I'm allowed to have it online, but
Yeah. Do you have, is it Geico, Progressive?
it's AAA.
I didn't know that insurance. Do they have an app for it?
I would think so. I've never had to log into it before. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. There's no way to put their...
This is crazy. Now everybody, now all of a sudden, you got a clean record and all this. Now all of a sudden, when you need to pull up your information, you just go completely dumb. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It'd be crazy, bro.
I don't know. I haven't been pulled over in like 20 years, so I don't know. I have no idea how to do it.
But it's AAA?
Yep.
Okay. Well, just do me a favor, just hang tight till I'm done, okay?
Yep. Nothing harassment.
She was hauling ass. What's that?
I have my food inside.
Oh, hold on. You can't go inside yet. It's a traffic stop.
I'm at my house.
I understand that, but it's a traffic stop. You have to
Clicking
hang
right there
tight.
in the house,
No, I
lady.
gotta put my food in the fridge.
If you go in the house, I will arrest you for obstruction.
Chat, can y'all hear me? Make sure y'all can hear me. We good?
Obstruction. Resisting without. This is only...
Food in the house.
This is a traffic stop, so you're not free to leave.
No.
You are not free to leave.
No.
You are not free to leave.
Oh,
If you
man.
go in the house, understand that
You're harassing me. You are.
if you go in the house, I'm just telling you, if you go in the house, that's obstruction. So just hang tight for a couple minutes. That's all I'm asking.
Catherine's behavior during the traffic stop was like something out of a Karen meme, and Deputy Aiken wasn't taking any chances.
If you go in the house, understand that's obstruction.
Fucking house, so shut up.
Oh. Wow. Let's get to it then. She just ran. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
How's it going?
Not bad, yourself.
Good, good. I'm Eddie Coker.
Deputy Aiken, how you doing?
Hey, man. Yeah, I work for HCSO.
Okay.
So I'm trying to... What happened?
She ran the stop sign.
Constantly call on me. I did not run the stop sign.
Now you yelling.
Do you have something showing her running a stop sign, or
I saw it.
you saw it?
I saw it.
He didn't see it.
Coker's pretty please plea fell flat, adding to the irony of Catherine's behavior. Despite being a psychologist, she seemed to be in as much need of help as the people she usually assists. Catherine's reckless driving had become a recurring issue, with neighbors lodging multiple complaints.
I assume you have her on video running.
So she has a record of bad driving. Very, very interesting. That's why she out here acting like this, yo. And you talking about you harassing my neighbors. No, man, the neighbors don't like your driving. What's going on here?
Stop sign. So when we go to
I
court,
saw it, but she can take it to court. That's
Okay.
fine. So at this point, I mean, she can give her case. I'll give my case.
okay, that's fine. We'll go ahead and take the ticket then, and we'll take it to court.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
So just give me a couple minutes. Just do me a favor. Hang out over there for
Yeah,
a
sure.
minute.
Oh, this guy doesn't seem bad. Good chat, thumbs up.
Can I get your name and number and your card?
I will do that once I'm done.
Please hurry. Can you tell me again exactly what I
Ran the stop sign.
did? And you saw me.
Yes.
You're lying.
Okay.
He's just kowtowing to all these that live on the street that complain about me
Okay.
because he got nothing better to do.
Dispatch. Okay. So for the proof of insurance, like you told me the site before, that one all you have to do is just show the proof. I'm
can't
assuming you're
find
going
my
to take. I'm assuming you're going to take it to court anyway.
Yes,
so
I
for that
am. When's the
one,
court date?
you have to call to get the court date.
How do I do that?
Call one of the numbers on the back. Clerk of the court, Pasco Sheriff's Office.
All right.
So for that one, once you prove that you have insurance, I'm sure that you do,
I
but
do.
but still.
With an intense drive, she was determined to take everything to court, particularly focusing on Coker due to his abuse of power as an HCSO police officer.
Then you have, I've explained the three options. One, pay the ticket.
No.
Two,
No.
take the course, in
No.
which case you wouldn't get points. Or
No.
three, take it to court.
No, go to court.
You have to make the choice within 30 days for
I've
which
already
one you
made my
choose.
choice. Thank you.
But
Okay.
Can I finish?
No.
She clearly thinks she's above the law. Just because your husband worked for a police department, like, that don't mean you're above the law. You just said no, like, and it needs to be the same type of folk that call other people bad or criminals and all. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're literally saying that you're not going to. All right, cool. Well, you're gonna get locked up.
I'm done. Come on. Just let me sign.
Can I explain it? You don't have to sign.
Let him-
I don't
let him
care.
talk.
I don't
Just let me.
care.
I just want to explain it to you.
I don't want to hear it. You don't have to. You're free. You don't have to explain.
Let him explain.
I don't want to.
Let him explain.
I
You
just
didn't
want
see
to
me do
explain.
it, so you know
That's
it.
for court.
Okay.
You're gonna take
Yeah.
me to court.
Jesus.
So
That's the
let me explain
I
it to
don't
you.
care.
He has to do his job,
Okay.
man.
No.
Relax.
No.
Relax.
You know. You've been
Relax.
doing this because these on the street keep complaining because they have nothing better to
Okay.
do.
Well, I'm just gonna say it off. You want to interrupt me? That's on you. Pay the ticket is one. Two,
No.
you can take the
No.
traffic course, in
No.
which case you won't get the
No.
points.
She's
The
a
last one, you
child,
can take the court,
yo.
or take it to court.
Yes, I will see
You have
that.
30 days to pick whichever one you're gonna do.
Okay.
If by chance you choose to do the
No.
traffic course,
No.
it
I
has to
didn't do
be
anything
done
wrong, so I'm gonna
within 30 days, as well as
Yes.
paying the ticket within the 30 days.
Okay.
You know,
I have proof that I've been targeted.
you go.
I have proof.
I mean, I don't like to make a big deal out of it or anything like that, but I know
It's wrong.
when you show a professional courtesy, agency
wrong.
to agency,
It's wrong.
Why are you not?
I'm
What?
doing my job.
No,
So nothing.
no, you're not. You're getting complaints from these on the street.
I'm just asking.
No, I
So
work
we got,
for you.
like,
I'm going to get it
here.
taken care
Oh,
of. I work over
yeah.
there.
This is hilarious.
We've got
So he says, why are you not showing courtesy from agency to agency? This is how they think, y'all, and this is how they act towards each other. That's why I know a lot of people be like, they feel like it's a gang. I understand why they feel like that, man. I understand why they feel like that. I don't know if I'm getting any comments at all, but I hope I am. I hope my shit ain't just fucked up. But what's up, chat?
gotten complaints in Seven Oaks in general. I'm sure you've seen within the last couple of weeks, we've been in here a lot. And we've been citing the majority of the people. So
Would you knock it off?
She can't help herself. She cannot help herself.
that's why. But again, she could take it to court. That's fine. She has her argument. I'll say.
Yes, you heard that right. Catherine just shouted the N-word at Deputy Aiken. She's a menace to society and needs to
I
be
didn't
behind
even
bars.
hear that. What? Wait, what? Oh, what?
Seven Oaks in general, I'm sure you've seen within the last couple of weeks, we've been in here a lot. And we've been citing majority of the people. So,
Would you knock it off?
So that's why. But again, she could take it to court. That's fine. She has her argument.
Wow.
Yes, you heard that right. Catherine just shouted the N-word at Deputy Aiken. She's a menace to society and needs to be behind bars instead of helping people with their mental problems. It's also shocking to see that Catherine also works for HCSO.
She has her argument. I'll say my part, and from there, it's up to the judge.
So that's why if she would have been nice and calm and everything like that, the professional courtesy probably would have been done. But since she's upset, it's a POP ticket.
I did not say that.
Okay.
And I didn't say that.
Okay, but just a moment ago, you just motioned to her and said, well, since she's like that.
When did I say that?
Just now. You just now said that. Okay, whatever.
Trying
So
to make
you
it
were
into
sitting next
something
to the
that's
stop
not.
sign.
Get your ass
And
on, man.
because I guess we're going to try and subpoena your body camera as evidence.
It'll be there too. You'll see where I came from.
Unfortunately, the body camera won't go, well, because of this. Because you just did that. I'm telling you, you just did it. I saw it. And I understand how the POP tickets...
Huh?
Okay, whatever, sir. You can act...
You're confusing me at this point. You got me, whatever.
That's okay. I got you.
But any questions for me?
She got
You
your
want to
card.
be a dirty cop.
It's got my name. It's got, well, my badge number is actually on the ticket at the bottom.
Okay,
3942.
And can you write down your direct supervisor?
Coker was desperate to downplay the issue with the ticket,
Right.
but the determined deputy refused to back down.
Good job,
Frustrated,
deputy.
Coker decided to take things further and file a complaint against Aiken. Little did Coker know that Aiken had already reported the incident to his superiors. Unbeknownst to Coker, the higher-ups had been closely monitoring the complaints filed against Coker's wife.
Ah.
Hey, we're on the other line with that guy real quick. He's calling in to complain. The deputy. Yeah. No, we'll handle it real quick. Yes, basically. He's saying that he was rude or something. But we just literally just called him, so.
This is funny.
I'll feel it out. Let you know what it is. Yep. All right. Bye.
Coker was doubling down on the narrative that the deputy had specifically targeted his wife. Coker just glosses over the fact that his wife called Deputy Aiken the N-word and proceeds to accuse him of misbehaving with Catherine. I'm surprised she didn't lose her job at HCSO after her racist remarks.
They hate me because I'm a cop. So they call you guys nonstop, saying that I could buy their house in my police car, I'm flipping off their kids in uniform, anything and everything to try and get me in trouble. You know, I sat down with my supervisors at work, and they're like, it's a joke. They know it's a joke. Everybody knows it's a joke. Now they're going after my wife. My wife runs through the neighborhood, speeds through 70 miles an hour. And my wife has a perfect driving record and everything like that. Anyway, get to the part with this dude being a jerk. I'm standing in front of him, and you know how it works. I'm sure, I don't know how the professional courtesy thing works with you guys, but with us, if you ask, you say, hey, you know, I'm a deputy or a police officer or highway patrol or whatever like that. And it's for one-time professional courtesy.
One-time professional courtesy. Get the fuck out of here, man.
I'm doing my job. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, it's fine. Can I ask why? He goes,
He said, yo, his man. He said, I'm doing my job. He said, can I ask why? You want to ask this man why he's doing his job? Are you? I mean, it don't get much dirtier than this.
when I have to deal with people who are like that, he pointed right at my wife, and I'm like, oh, hold on a minute.
Oh, you don't.
What do you mean, people like that? And
People like the ones who called him a effing N-word.
why are you pointing at my wife?
Keep in mind that Coker was never actually a police officer. He was just a detention deputy pretending to be one. Detention deputies are in charge of supervising inmates in prison, so they don't have squad cars, the same credentials, or authority. This means that Coker was essentially impersonating a police officer. Following this are a number of different interviews that were conducted in response to the corruptness of Edward Coker. The first interview plays over the body cam of footage of Catherine's 2020 arrest, where she refused to leave a bar. She was charged with resisting and trespassing. Multiple deputies testified about Catherine's driving and her husband's misuse of his position, starting with PSO Captain Tate Sanborn.
Today's date is Monday, June 25th, 2018. The current time is approximately 16:06 hours. Location of this interview is at the Wiregrass substation for the Pasco County Sheriff's Office. Present for this interview is myself, Master Detective Danny Johnson, ABN number 4536. And sir, can you state your name, rank, and agency for the record, please?
Certainly, Captain Tate Sanborn, Pasco Sheriff's Office. And we had started getting a lot of feedback, primarily through him initially, that there were some traffic concerns within the area.
Yo, they're taking her out hands and feet, yo.
With,
do you see this shit?
The CDD president and the HOA president. Both of them acknowledged that there were some traffic complaints, some on the main roads, and I was sort of pointed in the direction of a particular complaint that was in one of the specific communities involving a lady that was repetitively driving too fast, driving erratically, doing some things on purpose to aggravate her neighbors, and so wanted to have a meeting, wanted to attend one of the HOA meetings in order to hear the concerns firsthand from the community.
Tate was referring to an HOA meeting where he was invited due to multiple complaints by the community.
This family, or this particular female that apparently is driving erratic, and I focus on this, were there any particulars that came up about her husband and her husband's employment or concerns from the community?
Certainly. When I went to the HOA meeting, it was populated almost entirely by the HOA board on the one side of the table, and on the other side in the audience was, I think with maybe one exception, it was entirely neighbors from, by my rough estimate, there was 25 or so people there, which is significantly higher than most of the HOA meetings that I go to. Even when I'm kind of touted as a guest speaker, usual attendance somewhere sits around the 10 to 12 area. And to see all of those individuals come from a particular subset of the overall was relatively surprising. As we started to get into the details of the conversation, it was very clear that there was a lot of frustration. Some of that frustration was directed at me as a representative of the Sheriff's Office, because the lady in question, according to members of the community, kind of presented herself as there was also an equal concern that her husband was a deputy sheriff with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, and then maybe there was an agreement, some sort of, for lack of a better term, professional courtesy or something, that we were somehow cutting these people a break because of their connections to and the Hillsborough Sheriff's Office.
That's crazy.
Coker probably didn't know about all the recordings the neighbors had of Kathy's driving. Next up was PSO Deputy Duriel Aiken.
Maybe 25 people at the HOA meeting, which I've never seen that many people at a HOA meeting. And alone, I would say roughly 20 of the people there were all.
Okay.
And each person was talking about the same vehicle, which is a Nissan Rogue, I believe, blue. And it was the same person driving it, which her name.
Okay.
They ended up mentioning that she was.
Oh, damn, that's the rest of the video? What the f*** happened to the vid?
Deputy Duriel backed up Captain Tate's description of the whole ordeal. Mind you that these interviews were conducted independently. Next up was Edward Coker himself.
I'm a detention deputy. I work over at Falkenberg Road Jail, and I've been there since 2006.
Okay, so roughly 12 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay. During your time with the Sheriff's Office, have you, has the
What's
entire
up,
time been
Love
at Falkenberg Road Jail, or have you worked anywhere else here within the Sheriff's Office?
Yes, sir. I worked over at Orient Road Jail.
Okay. So Orient Road and Falkenberg. Any special assignments, or just been working the pods?
Hospital duty, booking. I've done transport
of a
inmates
cop
from the hospital and between jails. I've done pretty much, and currently I'm working in the lockdown unit.
Okay.
So I've pretty much done a little bit of everything.
So currently in lockdown. Were you in transportation?
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
In a more professional setting interview, Coker's position as a cop, with his claims of having a patrol car to pull people over, went right out the window.
Man.
The main focus of this investigation is basically an interaction that you had with the Pasco County Sheriff's Office during a traffic stop of your wife.
So just look how she
The current time is approximately 16:06 hours.
Watch
Location
how they pull
of this
her out,
interview is at the Wiregrass substation for the Pasco County Sheriff's Office. Present for this interview is myself.
Way meeting, where he was invited due to multiple complaints.
It was popular, I think, with maybe
way meeting.
Driving some. There were some.
They brought her out. Look at her brought out. Look at her brought out.
Danny Johnson, ABN number
certainly Captain Tate Sanborn, that there were some traffic
hands
concerns
and feet,
within the
y'all. They
area.
was bringing this woman
I
out
initiated
hands and
some
feet,
conversations
y'all.
with
What the fuck?
the CDD president and the HOA president.
Yes,
Both
Katie,
acknowledged that there were
entitled as hell,
some traffic
man.
complaints, some on the main roads, and I was sort of pointed in the direction.
So let me get back to
of,
where I was at in the vid, because he
You can
actually,
read out-
so this guy right here, he actually messed up bad trying to impersonate a cop and all this stuff. Got himself, it landed himself into much more trouble, and it became a full out investigation.
What was actually said during the traffic stop.
When you allege that Deputy Akins with the Pasco County Sheriff's Office allegedly says that's why I have to deal with that.
That.
And he points at your wife.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here's what I want you to read, and I want you to read it. This is verbatim transcripts from that. Okay. And just as you're reading this, what I want you to do,
mind you, what y'all looking at, the video y'all looking at is another instance of her going crazy. Like, they've been keeping track of this woman. Like, this ain't even the same. What y'all seeing right here, this ain't even the same thing. This is something else completely.
It'll show here, like, the blue highlights are used, says Deputy Coker.
Huge props for this detective for grilling Coker on the spot. But Coker gets cooked a lot more in the interviews after this one. In the meantime, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Nah, for real, let me go ahead and do that one time for you. If y'all want to subscribe to Mr. Broken, go ahead and subscribe to Mr. Broken. I got you, Mr. Broken. Appreciate you for the content.
She may have been walking inside, but she threw that out there, and that was during that time.
I honestly don't remember. I don't remember seeing that before she walked inside.
Because here's my concern, Deputy Coker, is your wife calls him that.
The N-word.
That was uncomfortable for you to read.
Absolutely.
That was uncomfortable for you to read.
Because that word is...
But yeah. Oh, yeah. So the issue I have is you tell her to stop, so you heard her. Now, whether it registered what she said or not, but what it appears...
Said it'd be funny as hell if she got a 72-hour psych hold being a psychologist. No, for real. That would be hilarious for real. No.
The perception of it is she says that, you tell her to be quiet, and then you continue to demand professional courtesy from Deputy Akins. And then you start getting onto him saying that he's insulting your wife. That's an issue. And the first thing that I saw when I see this is, I think the average person, if they heard that and they disapprove of that type of language, would be to go, you know what, look, I'm sorry, that's not her, she's frustrated, or make some sort of excuse or apologize or something, but you don't do that.
I honestly didn't hear that before. I mean, can I read further down in the transcript? Actually, I should not even got involved. If I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't even have got involved. And I take ownership of that, and I accept responsibility that I should not have even gotten involved. I should have told her, you know, you deal with this, I'll take the rest of the groceries in, I'll do whatever needs to be done in that aspect. But I thought I could help my wife. She was obviously upset. And
by breaking the law. You thought you could help your wife by breaking the law.
Your wife's an adult, and there's nothing you can do about what comes out of her mouth and her actions, and you know, I don't expect you to be responsible for her actions, okay?
Yes, sir.
What we expect you to do is, when you identify yourself as a deputy with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, to act in an appropriate professional manner. Do you feel you acted that way?
No, sir. Like I said, I should have stayed completely out of it.
Did Coker really think he was going to get off that easily?
Yes,
he was delusional to think
did.
that the whole neighborhood was conspiring against him. The detective then moves on to Coker's remarks during his complaint.
All these things. Why? That's the big question, is why? To get your wife out of a ticket? Was that why?
I mean, when you say why, which question would you like me to...
Why are you untruthful, and why are you making up these things to the Pasco County Sheriff's Office?
Coker then proceeds to dodge the question, but the detective had enough of his BS.
Okay.
Next up is the juicy part.
What authority do you feel you have here at the Sheriff's Office to tell Deputy Aiken that I'm going to go back to my agency and tell everybody to write Pasco tickets? What authority do you feel you have to make that statement?
I have no authority to make that statement, sir.
But you
Why
made
did you
it.
make that statement?
I was pissed. and I made a stupid statement. And I wish I could take it back, but I can't.
Then you tell the sergeant that Deputy Aiken.
Yeah, that's why he's sorry he got involved, because he busted himself. He busted himself, calling himself and acting like a deputy. On God, he did. And you only sorry because now you're caught. You ain't know they was fed up with y'all bullshit.
Basically said something to the effect of starting a war against us.
He ain't know.
Why would you say that? He never said it. Why would you say that to the sergeant?
Again, I was pissed off.
So would you say that was an untruthful statement?
When he said the war part, he probably felt like he was the sheriff or something, but this detective brought him down from his high horse in no time.
When did you realize the body camera was on? Or when did you realize he had a body camera?
I didn't even see a body camera. All I know is that there's...
So that's how... So it wasn't until the end where you pointed at his body camera and said, we're going to subpoena that. Is that when you realized he had a body camera?
I said you were going to subpoena that?
Oh, yeah, you did.
He's clearly like, he's lying. Chat, he is lying so bad. I wish I was here for the beginning of the video where he literally point at the camera and say, hey, we're going to subpoena that. Like, he know everything that's going on. And the cops say, it's going to be there. Like, he ain't hiding it. It's crazy. Yeah, you cannot unring that bell. She needs to be told no for once and held accountable. That's a fact, Katie. It's sad that these are the adults today.
And I quote, because I guess we're going to try and subpoena your body camera as evidence. That's your statement. That's your statement right there. So, was that the point you realized he had a body camera?
I knew that Pasco County, all those guys were body cameras because...
But during this time, did you know he had a body camera on?
I didn't really think about it there towards, I guess. I don't even... It's just such a blur. I honestly don't even remember saying that.
Because here's the thing that concerns me. When they talk about integrity and they talk about...
Of course, everything is conveniently a blur for Coker right now. That's what happens when you get punched in the face with cold, hard evidence.
Yes.
That deputy hit the nail right on the head. He exposed the real Croker in the most entertaining manner possible.
Here's the problem. When you call Pasco County Sheriff's Office and you complain on him, you better have your facts right. And you didn't have your facts right. You lied. Yes, you did. Do you work on the street? Do you work on the street?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you done traffic stops?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you been asked by the Florida Highway Patrol for professional courtesy?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you ever written a POP ticket?
No, sir.
What is a POP ticket?
Pissed off police.
Okay. Who told you that?
Oh, I never even knew what that meant. So because he did say that. He said, "Oh, you writing a POP ticket?" He wasn't even pissed off. He talking about pissed off police ticket. Yo, that's crazy. This jargon that y'all got is wild. Yeah, now he don't remember, love, more what's going on. That's that convenient amnesia. Facts.
I can't remember exactly where I heard it, but it's common knowledge.
Okay. So you've never worked the street. You have no knowledge of how traffic stop works. You have no knowledge of traffic law. But yet you lied and told him that. You lied and you told him that Deputy Aikens was an ass. He was an ass, but he wasn't.
And the issue just wasn't this one incident with his wife. Coker also used profanity while addressing inmates in emails to other deputies working with him.
Let's talk about your emails.
Oh.
November 4th, 2016, you write to Corporal Ramos,
Yo, they been on their ass for years? Hold on, bro. This down there turned into a Rico. Oh, nah. What? Yo, 2016? Okay.
I was dealing with an idiot, and I did not hear you on the radio. Sorry about that. I can almost promise you will have an unhappy F-tard come up to you when you were here today complain. What does F-tard mean?
F-tard.
Okay. What does that mean?
Like, just an idiot. I mean, I'm not sure how to break it down.
All right. So, did you get Corporal Ramos' response when he said, remember, emails are public record, refrain from using terms like that?
Yes, sir.
Did you continue to use that term?
In talking to Corporal Ramos?
Just anyone.
I think I might have said it in an email to my wife, but I'm not sure.
You've sent him multiple emails. Here's one March 29th of 2017. Warrant on F-tard still in effect. Let's see here.
That's her ex-husband up in Citrus County that is currently
Okay.
$22,000 behind
Is your
on
email
child support.
is your email still public record?
Yes, sir.
Is that an offensive term that your corporal told you to stop using?
Yo, this man got so much misplaced anger and like misplaced aggression. Like, what is going on here, man? Are you just mad at this one person who's a deputy or wherever you were, 22,000? Did I hear that right? Let me go back. Who's 22,000? No, ain't no sheriff. 22,000.
Do you work on the street? Do you work on the street?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you done traffic stops?
Hold up.
No, you wasn't.
And the issue just wasn't this one incident.
I think I bet too far.
Okay. What does that mean?
I would bet too far. I'm sorry.
Just an idiot. I mean, I'm not sure how to.
Okay. When he said, remember, emails are public record, refrain from using terms like that?
Yes, sir.
Did you continue to use that term?
He did misspell warrant.
And talking to Corporal Ramos?
Just anyone.
I think I might have said it in an email to my wife, but I'm not sure.
You've sent multiple emails. Here's one March 29th of 2017. Warrant on FTARD still in effect.
He did spell it wrong.
Let's see here.
That's her ex-husband up in Citrus County that is currently $22,000 behind on child support.
Is your email still public record?
Yes, sir.
Is that an offensive term that your corporal told you to stop using?
Yeah, he advised that I not use that term. Yes, sir.
Okay. And you used it again?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry, I have to get a verbal response to the record to pick it up.
Right.
Here's an email from September of 17. Effing tard spit toothpaste on me and desk. Have an issue with that? Do you think that's appropriate?
I think the inappropriate part is that he came up to my desk
No.
and spit a mouthful of toothpaste on me.
So as a professional, right? Because that's what we are. We're supposed to.
That is crazy though. You getting toothpaste spit on you, but for some reason I don't believe that though. But you still using this word though. You gonna learn.
Be professional, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel as a professional, because an inmate acts out, that you don't have to rise above that and be better than that? Is that what you're saying? Because he came up, you can call him an F-tard or an effing tard because he spit on your desk?
I didn't call him an effing tard.
My bad.
I referred to him as an effing tard in my email.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it's acceptable to say that because he came and spit on your desk.
You got no morals, buddy.
Then you state, luck as hell I did not knock his teeth out. But it's a different world we work in now.
Right.
What does that mean?
That's exactly how it says. I mean, imagine you for a moment. Somebody comes up to you on the street and just spits a full-out mouthful of spit in your face.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it's never going to cross your mind.
Like, look, I think everybody understands that though, right? I think the average person can understand not wanting to get spit on and you gonna respond with, you know what I'm saying? But you have a job. It's not how you can't, it's your job. This is what you chose to do, you know what I'm saying? This is your profession.
I'm going to knock this freaking guy out.
No, I'm going to do my job and I'm going to remain a professional.
So it never crosses your mind if someone spits a mouthful of toothpaste in your face.
Oh, people get angry. Don't get me wrong.
That you're
but you're going to put that in an email? You're going to write that in an email. That's what I should have done. I should have knocked his teeth out. But it's a different world we work in now.
But I didn't. I refrained from doing it.
Right. But it's a different world we work in now. So what changed? Because it's obviously clear that you would have done that, but something changed. So what changed?
Just the fact that I restrained myself. I didn't do it.
That's not the
That's
world.
not how it's portrayed on here. But it's a different world we work in now.
I like this
so
guy.
Something changed, or else you would have done it.
I mean, it's a modern era. We don't live and work in the, I guess, like the 1700s. I mean, I don't know.
Let me ask you this: you know, emails are public.
It's a different world now. And you go back to some shit in the 1700s. Motherfucker, you wasn't born in the 1700s to know how the fuck the shit was, truly. I hit the wrong button, damn it. You don't know how the world was, true. That's the same type of folk that be saying, like, you know, I really can't stand all of these type of people who want to live in the past. It don't matter who you is, if you're white, black, Indian, Mexican, it don't matter. When people try to live in the past and they use like, oh, go back to, like, you wasn't even back then to live in them times. You don't know how that shit felt back then. You want to, but you don't know shit, man.
record, right?
Yes, sir.
And that the media could come in at any time and do a public records request, and I want to see all of Deputy Dwayne Coker's emails, right? You know they can do that, and make a public records request and get those, right?
No, sir, I didn't know that.
Well, Corporal Ramos told you. Corporal Ramos said emails are public record. Remember that from 2016?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So fast forward. We know that you've known that since at least 2016, and you continue to still use that term. You make statements of, I should have knocked his teeth out. That goes out, the media gets that, and they put that on blast. They put this out. Look what Deputy Coker said. What's the public perception now of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office and Deputy Coker?
Yes, sir, I do see your point of view.
Well, I don't... What's the perception?
This detective was not about to let him go.
Yo,
the scariest part is he's
ass.
worked for the sheriff's department for 12 years. None of his superiors noticed he's a liar, threatening, and delusional.
Pasco County takes that body cam video and they put it on their social media site and go, look at this guy. Look at this lady. Look how they acted. She drops a racial slur. This guy says he's a deputy. He's going to wage war on our other deputies and go from that. Does that affect just you and your wife?
No, sir.
That affects me. That affects him. That affects everybody here at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. Everybody. The deputy went out there. Deputy Seltman with the Pasco County Sheriff's Office. You said nobody's talked to you about it. He actually went out to your house. He went out to your house on June 6, 2018. Your wife slammed the door in his face. It's right here in the report.
Damn.
Hi, man. How are you? So we got a call. I guess there was some speeding through the neighborhood.
They constantly accuse me of it, and it's bull. So.
Well, I saw a video today.
And? Unless you see me doing it, their video could be doctored.
I know. I'm just saying. I mean,
I've had a beef with them for almost a year.
Okay.
They could go f themselves. Okay. I'm not doing anything wrong. They call the police on me constantly. I don't care. I did nothing wrong. Unless you catch me, have a good night.
I did nothing wrong. Whoa. I did nothing wrong. That's true criminal talk. Like, that is the epitome of being a criminal. Like, you cannot even make this, like, bro, you can't make this shit up at all one bit. Carrie said at least he had toothpaste. LOL, spit is disgusting though, but still. He said you spit a mouthful of clean shit. Yeah, that's still nasty. Terrifying that this guy's job is to protect or serve and protect others. They need to screen for anger issues. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. I don't think they do a proper job enough to screen none of these guys. You know what I mean?
You don't know all the facts, but you go off and get upset instead of being a fact finder. Okay? Instead of getting everything and taking an impartial view and overlooking everything, you get upset and you assume. Do you see how that's a problem? Do you see how that could be a problem? Do you feel that and you've already said your wife's behavior was not appropriate, right? You said your wife's behavior towards Deputy Aiken was not appropriate. Am I correct in that?
It was not appropriate. But...
Okay, so let me stop you.
Ain't no
so
but.
Based upon that, based upon the way she acted, based upon the neighbors seeing her, they videotaped it. I showed the videos in there. I could see how the neighbors get pissed off. I can see that. I don't agree with them threatening your family. I absolutely don't agree that. But when 20 of your neighbors...
But I don't even think that that's true, though, bro. Like, man, it's typical of people who are, everybody coming at them because it's typical for them to try to be the victim now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, why? Why did they do that? Why did they threaten your family? You know what I mean? Kay said, now earlier she said they didn't have a video of her running the stop sign, and now she's saying the video could have been doctored. These people talk out of both sides of all kind of, man, it's dumb. But, you know, what can you say when you caught?
Neighbors show up to an HOA meeting. 20 of your neighbors show up to an HOA meeting. Generally those things, people are apathetic. They don't care. But they showed up, and it's all because of one person. Whether your wife's doing it or not, your neighborhood perceives you as the nightmare neighbors.
Right,
it's
terrible,
very clear.
Bro. Damn.
That's not specifically what they said, but Lord knows we've all moved places. We're like, oh gosh, I hope our neighbors are decent people.
Yes.
Your neighbors don't like you. I get that.
I think hate is a better word.
There you go.
Victim.
But I got to tell you, with my kid,
you
if my kid's playing on the side of the road
to,
and seeing your wife to drive the way that she is, I would really be upset. And I think that if it was your kids out there and somebody was driving the way, that you'd be really upset. I think you would.
Absolutely, I agree.
We're all dads in this room. We're all dads. And we do anything for our kids to protect our kids.
Right. If he was smart enough to do that, it wouldn't have gotten to the point that 20 people had to show up just because one crazy woman was terrorizing the neighborhood.
Right.
The investigation now addresses an incident where the deputies had an interaction with Catherine, and she admits to almost running over their children. Next, we get to see the actual testimonies from multiple neighbors that Catherine actually threatened to run over the kids.
The other lady was pretty wound up too. She did threaten me as well.
She's got the same speech that she was threatened as well. Her kids were threatened to be run over.
She had threatened to run the kids over.
Not good. Not good.
What can I do for you?
I was coming home from an event, coming down my street, and a neighbor, never seen him before, jumps in front of my car waving, and I weaved around him. I came home. He had just gotten home. I pulled in. My dog squirted out the door, so I came out running. I wheeled my trash down, and him and his wife come running and accosted me. The wife threatened to kill me and had wielded a broom at me.
She had a broom above her?
Above her head, threatening to kill me.
How far away was she from you? All right, about that close. Okay.
Just randomly.
So when she was holding it, like both hands above her head?
Yes, both hands above her head. So I'm gonna. I want her arrested. The only thing I could think of. They are
the cop
horrible.
just smirked. Hold on, did the cop chuckle? I just need to hear that. What's that?
So when she was holding it, like both hands above her head?
Both hands above her head. So I'm gonna. I want her arrested. The only thing I could think of. They are horrible. I hate to say, they're horrible parents. Suits playing in the street. I almost ran one over a couple weeks ago because there's no parents. They don't supervise their kids. Their kids are never supervised. And my daughter can testify this.
Have you called in the abuse hotline for that?
No, I'm a psychologist. Yeah. It's like...
What?
She had threatened to run the kids over.
I didn't hear anything.
And, I mean, she's not telling you the whole... I don't think she's telling you the whole story.
I mean, granted, I was upstairs when all this stuff broke loose. And my first contact with it was my son coming upstairs when there's some lady screaming the N-word at mommy, and I was like,
Look, they really had to take her out hands and feet. This is terrible. What we doing, Chad?
And I will have a beautiful home and a beautiful everything. And you never will. I bet you live in a trailer.
No, ma'am.
No? Where do you live?
I live in a house.
A house? Your mom's house?
No.
The broom lady that Catherine mentioned, Coker also wrote an email about her. That too from his official account. His official email was less for actual jail matters and acted more like his...
what did it say? It said, nice. Maybe Broom B is afraid to do anything to bring us back to court, so she uses other dumbasses to call for her. I was looking up call for her. The first one is the female I ripped apart on Stan, and the second two are the little round female that live across from the broom lady. Nothing from broom lady. Nothing from broom lady for the other day yet. Oh yeah, these folk.
Personal Twitter. After the thorough investigation, Deputy Edward Coker was decertified, meaning he was fired from his job and would never be able to work for any agency again. But strangely enough, the psycho wife is still working at the jail as a psychologist. She's better suited to be in one of those cells instead of monitoring inmates. That brings us to the conclusion of this case. We decided to do something a little new with our videos. Less flashiness and more a deep dive style of video. What do you think of this long form content? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
We fuck with it. We definitely fuck with it. You said white privilege, Howard? That shit is crazy, bruh. Like, that shit is crazy as hell, man. What is wrong with people, man? Like, but that entitlement definitely will get you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a world of trouble, but there's no way she should still be at the, come on, a psychologist, man? A psychologist, man. That is so crazy. The jobs that we get the jobs that they give these people in society.